So
Okay.
if I can, Jay. So this comment right here, Chantrese Hill said that's the problem these days. People don't want to do the introspective work on themselves and take the accountability for their lack, then work on it. Okay, now I want to unpack this comment real quick because I agree with this comment, but I want to go further. The accountability. See, we talk about accountability, but there's an aspect of accountability that we don't talk about, which is consequence. Society does not push consequences on women, so they can dispel. They can be dismissive when it comes to accountability. The reason why is because the law itself will not uphold women to be accountable for certain things. Even when it comes to the prison system, a woman can do the same crime as a man and have a lower sentence. So, although I agree with that, that's the reason why you see it so much. That's the reason why you see it practiced, the lack of accountability, the lack of doing the work, because there is no one to be able to hold consequence on women. I did a study, man. I was doing some research, and I was researching women and men who go to therapy. And do you know that 70% of the time women will quit their therapy before men? They will stop doing the work before men do. Men have a proclivity to commit longer in therapy opposed to women. Let me tell you something. When I read this study, man, it blew my mind. Because for some reason, the narrative is with men that we have a lack of commitment. We like to cheat all the time, blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. Right. When it's BS, it is BS. The reality of it is this: is that men and women, when it comes to relationship, they cheat most of the time around the same time, same period of time, or the same amount, same rate, almost. It's like a 2%, 3% difference. However, there is a lack of support that happens. Support, intangible. Support, intangible. That thing right there. A comprehensive man who finds a supportive woman, he will give her more time. He will give her more attention. He will even bring things to her that he normally wouldn't talk about. Because he knows that the level of support that this woman has is conducive to the capacity of man that he is.
That's true.
And so oftentimes the reason why these women, especially modern women of this day, the modern women, the reason why they have such a hard time taking accountability and owning it and working and doing the work is because there is no consequence for it. We know that men know that if we don't do the work, if we don't become better as men, we know that everything that we are responsible for will crumble under us. That's a consequence that we would have to pay for. Women know they don't have no consequence because there's no consequence pushed in society at all. Give me one. Give me a consequence that's pushed. The state of Tennessee, we talked about this last season in Coffee Conversation. The state of Tennessee has to make DNA mandatory at birth simply because women in that state in particular were doing maternity fraud. Putting men's names on birth certificates, knowing that they were not the father, and having them pay child support, putting them in the rearage. Some of those men went to jail. And those women who did it, and they found out the women who did it, those women did not go to jail, did not get fined, nothing happened to them. No consequence. So this is the reason why you see a lot of women, some of the women that you may know or may not know. Some of the women that listen to us are very mature, very comprehensive women. Some women are finding out things. They're like, you know what? I never heard these men talk like this before. This is interesting. I mean, we get a lot of different types of women that see our show, and we love all of you all. But let's not get it twisted. There is a lack of consequence. That's the reason why a man should not fulfill the intangible lack in you. Should he do it? Absolutely not. Because there is a lack of consequence for you. It's not even pushed on a societal level. Not even push on the societal level. Look what happened to your girl over the summer. What's her name? With the C, the one that saw the baby on the side of the road, and she was kidnapped. Yeah, and everybody knew she was BSing except women. All the women like, okay, they better look for her like she was a white girl. They was looking for her. And guess what? She lied the whole time. And what happened? What happened? You see what I'm saying? I think to this day, what they're trying to find some sentence for, they're trying to, yeah, sure. It's a slap on the hand. It's a slap on the hand. Now, what if she got kidnapped for real? And then on top of that, when the situation happened, they immediately said that it was the boyfriend who probably did it when the boyfriend had nothing even to do with it. Mm-hmm. She was stealing money from her college to become a nurse. They found that out. She was taking money from the cash register. Her parents were paying for her education. She was stealing. No consequence. No consequence. Robin Givens accused Mike Tyson of grape after he gave her fellatio. Really? I've never seen a pleasant grapist before. I've never seen a grapist be want to turn you on. Blamed him for that, and he went to he the one paid the consequence. Then find out she lied. Nothing happened to Robin Givens. I'm taking y'all back a little bit. I'm not saying this to make nobody uncomfortable. I'm saying this because it's a reality check. Men have done more and beyond for women in this society. Period. We have done, and I know men that I can ask on an individual basis. On an individual basis, they have done things for women beyond what they were supposed to, and that woman paid no consequence.